Our first campsite in our new van is probably one of the best campsites we've ever found. We are in the mountains of New Mexico, so we have escaped the sweltering heat of Texas. It is about 25 degrees cooler here, so that is amazing given that we don't have air conditioning. We've got a spot right by a creek. We're the only people here as of right now, and it's absolutely beautiful. Is this gonna be comfy? Pretty comfy. Before I get too far into the video, it might feel a little bit different. This is a big transition, obviously, going from building to traveling, and we're really doing our best to relax and like flip a switch. Jimmy is very understandably really burnt out, and I think it's good for him to kind of take a break from filming right now. So this video, you're not gonna see him very much, maybe at all, but he's here, he's doing great. He started running again. Making videos can really add a lot of pressure, and it's hard to get away from that. So I'm gonna do my best to take that off of his plate right now. So hopefully that's okay with you guys, but I'll bring you along for what we're doing. The first thing we need to do is, we've been here for a couple of days and we're out of food and water, and we need to get rid of our trash. So I think we're gonna make the 30-minute trek up the gravel road that we took to get here and go into town to take care of all of our van chores. First time doing van chores in the new van, so hopefully won't be too interesting, but should be good. Oh, cutie's rolling. That's good luck. Man, it feels like we've been out of the game for a while because this is our first water fill up since we've been on the road. I don't think it's gonna be this difficult everywhere, but since we're in New Mexico, I think they deal with some droughts and water scarcity. So we drove around for a while trying to find an RV park that was open and that would let us buy water. And we have an agreement to fill up only half of our tank for $10 at an RV park, which is pretty expensive for water, more than what we were used to. So I hope that's not the norm, but I'm grateful that we got a solution because I've got to wash my hair. All right, it's flipped. That's half. We knew we wanted to come straight to the mountains so that we could avoid the scorching summer heat because it is July right now. But since we're so far into the mountains, the closest Walmart is well over 2 hours away. So we're gonna go to a local supermarket and fill up on our groceries. Thanks. It's all cold. Thank you. Oops. Oh, not bad. Everybody in this town is very friendly so far, and it's a pretty remote town in the mountains. I believe it's pronounced Questa. Could be wrong about that. But we went to their supermarket. This is the second time we've shopped there, and they've been pretty good to us so far. And for 4 days worth of food, it was $58.17, which it's not cheap, but I think it's a fair price for how far out and remote this place is. Bye-bye pavement. I can go in the back and check the level. Bro, it's so dark back here. Okay, so we're -2 with the passenger side up. -1. Now like the front right of the van is down slightly. Thanks. It's been really, really nice since we've been back on the road to start actually cooking meals again. because we were pretty much just eating those Uncrustables, like frozen pre-made PB&Js every day towards the end of the van build. So today I'm making, it's usually a tofu, chickpea, and rice bowl, but the very remote local supermarket didn't have the tofu that we like, so it's just chickpeas and rice with some teriyaki sauce and some veggies. I'm starving, so I'm just gonna get started making it. And I got such a pretty new kitchen to cook in. I'm not planning on eating all of these carrots today. I was just gonna cut some for the next couple of days just so I don't have to do it later. A really big thing that we've had to get used to again on the road is now we have to worry about where we can throw away our trash. And so trying to make as little trash as possible really, really helps with that. So whenever I do a meal like this where I have a can of chickpeas, I stuff the can as full as I can with trash so that it's fully dense and it doesn't just pile up in the trash can, because it makes a big difference. I think I might have added a little too much pepper to this. That's my bad. Maybe we'll like it, who knows? So Jimmy, we didn't get anything else green to go in this, did we? Oh, we got bell pepper.
Oh yeah.
Oops. Oh man, okay. I can chop that real quick. I'm a big fan of this meal because it's pretty good, especially when you have the tofu with it, and it's really versatile, so if you get bored of it, you can just switch out what you put in. Usually, we'll do broccoli instead of the green peppers, but it's actually really, really good with pineapple. We are the kind of people who like pineapple on pizza, so don't get mad. It's actually really good. This portion of the video is sponsored by WOLFBOX. You may remember that we've installed the WOLFBOX G900 Pro mirror dash cam on the dash of our van. And now that we've had some time to actually use it, the biggest benefit for us has been the extra visibility. Our van didn't come with a rear view mirror, and even if it did, the entire living space of the van would block the view out of the back. But our G900 Pro gives us a clear, real-time rear view on our 12-inch touchscreen, which helps us eliminate one of the van's biggest blind spots. The wide-angle rear-view camera and reversing assistant guidelines make it much easier to see what's behind us and where the back of the van is heading. That is especially helpful when we're backing into a tight campsite or maneuvering through a crowded parking lot. It also records from the 4K front camera and the 2.5K waterproof backup camera at the same time. So in one device, we have a reversing aid, a driving recorder, and footage that can help us document an incident if something were to happen on the road. You can tap the screen to switch between the front, back, or split screen view. It takes voice commands, so we can keep our hands free. And the upgraded IMX678 sensor with 2DNR and 3DNR noise reduction keeps our footage clear during both the day and night. So if you drive an RV, a van, or any vehicle with limited rear visibility, click the link in our description to check out WOLFBOX's G900 Pro mirror dash cam for yourself. I don't want to do anything too cheesy, but it's really pretty out here. Such a cool breeze too. That's so nice. Our camping spot has got a really big hill kind of right next to it. And if I can just cross this creek, I want to see if I can get a good look at the van from the top. We had a pretty late lunch today, so it's actually kind of late in the day. This trip has been really different to get used to. We have been living in the van for the last year and a half as we've been building it. With a small exception of the South Carolina summer, we did sleep in a house for a little while. So it's been really weird to not see it as a massive project and this huge thing just hanging over our heads all the time and try to start seeing it as a home. But I think that's what we need. It's just a bit more of a transition than I thought. Okay, I'm about at the top. A lot of trees, but the van's there. Really the big thing with this trip is we're kind of trying to figure out if we even like the van, which sounds crazy, but it just is so jarring to actually take a step back and live out of it and see how well it supports us in our life. We do have some things that we want to fix. It's not finished, so of course, you know, we weren't really done with it. It was just time to move on. The biggest problem, and this is not gonna shock you like at all, is it's too dark in there. We knew that when we were leaving, and honestly, the whole time we were building, we knew we were going with something really dark. Our thought process with having a dark van was that we would be out of it exploring during the middle of the day, and then at night we would come back and have like a very cozy, cavernous haven to retreat to. So it's got its drawbacks. It makes it really weird to film in there, so hopefully we're gonna get that worked out quickly. It is pretty cozy at night though. Jimmy and I have gotten super into playing Hogwarts Legacy. We've got 2 little portable Steam Decks, but since this van has a monitor, we can hook up one of our Steam Decks to the monitor and play on the big screen. It's not quite 4K, but it's 1080, so it's high definition, technically, and it's really cozy. I'll just show you. I'm kind of excited to start playing anyway.
Who told you that it was too late? When was it that you started leaning that way? 4 tires cut into the clay.
We've been doing this for a week and I am still not over how fun this is. Like having a monitor to play a game on, that is. Also, it is a fun game. I recommend it. Man, it's making me look bad. It said I was playing at 4 a.m. We're in a different time zone, so I wasn't playing at 4 a.m. I might have been playing at 2 a.m., but it's better than 4. It really shouldn't surprise anyone that we've gotten this into Hogwarts Legacy since moving into this van, because the aesthetic and interior design of this game is pretty much exactly what we were going for with the interior of this van. I didn't realize that until we've seen several comments on our build videos comparing our van to Harry Potter, and that is extremely high praise. That doesn't offend me in the slightest. It's very immersive to play this game in this van. So, the nighttime is really where the design makes the most sense.
Stubborn kudzu just covers these words. Could you listen to somebody else? Will you only drink from the thoughts of yourself? Are you wonder what can't be spilled? You dig in where healed wounds and spread the...
Good morning. Good morning, hummingbird. Cute. I love having the hummingbirds near our site, but I recently found out that they're actually pretty aggressive and territorial. I think I must have walked too close to one of their bushes and they kind of just started making noise at me. I don't think they're dangerous, but they are territorial, so that's been fun to learn. We also have chipmunks here, and they're really cute, but they make me very nervous because they love our van. Hopefully they're not chewing any wires. We've had issues with that before, but yeah, they're cute. I think that camping here has been a really, really big step in the right direction. It's been so relaxing and such a nice change of pace to not be building and stressed out all day. I'm not sure exactly where we're gonna go from here. This is gonna be our last day at this campsite, so we're just gonna soak it in, enjoy the cool air, and then pack up and move on. I have a hunch that maybe the next time you see us, we will be weighing our van and we're gonna find out if we're actually overweight or if we're fine. So we'll see. I'm a little bit nervous about that, but we will bring you along for whatever's next, and thank you so much for watching, and bye.